welcome back. We're going to start out by building some modern wrapped lumber loads. And this video right now is for some wrapped plywood. But all you've got to do is make these strips a little bit longer. You can see the longer strips there in the background. And you can make them as long as you want for whatever sort of engineered lumber beams. And this is how you do it. So you've got a couple of layers of 3/8 foam core. And then what I did was I took this leftover double-sided tape from Frost King from wrapping the windows and just did one on both ends, just on 3 sides, where the top and the sides left the bottom empty, and like I said, on both ends of the stack of or the bundle of lumber that you've got going on. In this case, because it's a plywood lumber or a bundle of plywood, all you need is 2 strips, but on the longer bundles that you can see there that I've got ready for wrapping, those are going to need like 3 pieces, and there's going to be a space in between each, and that's just to help hold the middle down. But it's easy enough. You just put the tape on both ends, and then you've got your strip of paper or your wrap laid out right there. You stick it down and you wrap it up. You do want to be a little careful lining it up so that you don't get something, misaligned. You can see here that I've got it slightly off to one side, but that's okay. We'll fix that in just a little bit with some scissors, and then I've wrapped some of the the longer LVL beams and whatnot, and I've got like a little bit of a gap, or a little bit of like I didn't align it quite right, and all I do is just simply stack that so that it's facing the inside of the center beam, and nobody's the wiser. So and then here for the ends, rather than trying to fold it in 45 degrees like they would in real life, you just cut a couple of slits, fold down the top, and then the sides go in so that you've got the printing wrapping around the corner, and then you take a little bit of double-sided tape, just kind of crisp up the corners a little bit, and then you take double-sided tape, cut a little length off of that, cut it in half, and then that should be all you need. With these smaller pieces of tape, I found that what really helps are these needle nose tweezers, and they actually help quite a bit. You stick that right in there, you use the back of them to kind of press them down into place. And this one piece of tape does double duty. It holds the one side to the top, and then because it's double-sided, obviously you hold that down, and then you flip the other side in, and away you go. Just a single piece of double-sided tape, and it holds that whole end, all 3 pieces all together. We'll flip around to the other end and do this one, and then we'll stack it onto the center beam and let you see how it looks. And then we've got a center beam all filled with a few of these bundles, a couple of plywood bundles, and then some engineered like LVL beams, wrapped LVL beams as well. And we're gonna bring that into BlueLinxs on the layout for a delivery of lumber, and we'll call that a video. So this right now, we're just, because everything, isn't always perfectly aligned, just go back and trim these up. You just lay the top blade of the scissor right on the bottom of your bundle, and it should align it nice and perfect. And there you go. That's a wrapped bundle of plywood. And let's set that right on the center beam. The thing that I did find is obviously these are pretty light, and they don't really want to stay in on their own. But if you stack the whole side of the center beam together, that load doesn't want to go anywhere. And if you kind of cut things almost exactly what they want to be in length, a couple of folded pieces of paper adding to the length of each bundle is enough to kind of compression fit it in place, so nothing wants to shift during transport when it's on the layout. Okay, so let's bring in the cars, introduce them. We've got one box car that's going to be set out on the storage track for next time, and then we've got the center beam with a lumber load to BlueLinxs, and then we're going to be picking up 3 covered hoppers over on the CP interchange. Okay, let's get uncoupled here and run around to the other end of the train and start shoving some cars around. The one thing that I'll say about this locomotive is, I love this locomotive. It's a really great runner, and it looks every bit the part of VTR 205, which is a GP38-2. And this is running around on the Ogdensburg in New York, but now it is. It's a little dark. The paint job and the lighting that I've got going on, I've got to do a little bit better job getting this particular locomotive lit up a little bit better so that you can see it. But other than that, I absolutely love this model. Okay, so we're just going to get this Seaboard system boxcar shoved back into the storage. You can see in the background the feed, Green Mountain feed, and how they've got a boxcar there at their warehouse. The next go around, this boxcar is going to end up in that spot, and the boxcar that's at that warehouse is going to end up going off layout. So, but for now, we're going to set this one right on the storage track for later, and then bring this lumber load into BlueLinxs. You can see how these wrapped lumber load pieces are holding together perfectly fine. They're compression fit, so each of the individual pieces likes to just simply push on each other and up against the end walls. And then the layers stacked together too keep all of the the four pieces that you can see, or the 4 stacks, from wanting to pop up out. So all of them stacked together does secure itself pretty good. So here we go. We're just going to shove this in, cut this car loose, and then you can see the end of the covered hoppers there in the foreground. We'll back out of BlueLinxs this industry, and then grab those, and we'll be on our way. I do need to get a piece on the fascia of this layout, but I've been trying to kind of not do too much to the layout, because this summer I'm hoping to start construction on a new one. So I don't want to put a whole bunch of effort into this layout if I'm just going to simply tear it apart. So I don't know, it does bother me a little bit, but I think I might get over it, just simply because I'm going to be building another one. Let's grab these covered hoppers, and we can get out of here. Hey, thanks for watching today. Like and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and let's just watch these covered hoppers pass by, and we'll see you next time. Thanks again.